doing a mini session for one of my patrons. So I'm going to relax and get tuned in. Mini sessions are something where we just go as guided by spirit. So there's going to be energy work and wisdom that's appropriate for this divine moment. If you're interested in finding your way to my Patreon community, I'll put a link in the description for you. So I'm going to go ahead and relax and get tuned in, and we'll see what comes, okay? Interesting. All right, which version of you would you like me to talk to today? Because one of you is very present and very excited, very cheerful, very full of heart. But that version of you is more kind of like see-through. I can feel the energy, I can feel the bliss and the excitement. I feel like a kid when I connect to this part of you. I feel like going, hello, like that, okay? But then there's this some other energy here. And it feels more grounded. It feels also like you, okay? So let's see here. The colors that are coming to me are really intense, like dark maroon red color, and black, okay? Oh, so I literally just touch your third eye, okay? And I relax you down, and you instantly collapse into a sleep state. You're not wanting me to see this other part of you. And this other part of you looks like a massive Humpty Dumpty. There's no legs, there's only there's feet, okay? It's just a big giant sphere of a body, and it makes you think of Tweedledee and Tweedledum too, like kind of rounded bodies, but there's no real arms or legs. It's just like there's like feet here, and there's a big ball. You know the girl that eats the chewing gum in the Willy Wonka, and she becomes a blueberry? Also kind of reminds me of this too. So I'm watching. What is wrong with this part of yourself? Like, you don't want me to talk to that part of yourself. You're avoiding it yourself. You're not looking in that direction. You want me to keep paying attention to the excited you, which would be very easy for me to do. But again, I'm kind of putting that part of you into a rest state because I need to understand what this other is. And it's all a very foresty like space, like trees that don't have leaves. But it does feel like an old forest, not a dead forest, an old forest. It just happens to look this way right now. I don't feel a spookiness to it, just age, like it's an old forest. And this type of Humpty Dumpty, Tweedledee, Tweedledum is just one big round body, is taller than the trees, all right? And I'm trying to reach it's a male energy. I'm trying to reach his heart. And he doesn't want to let me in. He doesn't, it's almost like, so, okay, I will investigate this further, but there's a third projection of yourself, okay? The third projection is like a really ornate box that we keep closed. Because when the box is open, that's Pandora's box, and we don't know what's going to happen, okay? So it's almost like there's a convenience here for you to have separated personas, because it gives you more balance and control as who you are in this moment in today, okay? It's a clever way of staying balanced and in control as a human being in a weird, crazy world we live in, all right? But it's also telling me that you're nervous, like maybe you don't have the skills, like you could become vulnerable, Like if you were to face this oversized version of you, if you were to look into Pandora's box, it might totally derail you. It might just totally. It would be so much better to just be the excited, fun, innocent, childlike, squealy you, and you're really good at expressing that energy because I love it. I can feel it. It makes me feel really bright and happy in my heart. But we have to look at all that you are, right? Because all that you are is beautiful. Even these trees that have no leaves are also beautiful, okay? And we have to understand why everything. So I cannot, like, I'm not allowed to wake up this sleeping squealy you. I have to, it feels really weird, but I'm just like, I'm just moving her over to the side. Like, I have a big old hand and I'm just like brushing her off to the side. And so we can just look at the Pandora's box and this big round person here and then this forest, okay? Because I have got to separate her energy from this in order for us to investigate it, because she really doesn't want she wants to be louder than it, so she can stay in the forefront of what she wants to put behind her. But you can't put this behind you. It's more like you have to learn how to come into balance with what you're trying to put behind yourself. You come into balance with it inside yourself. And then you can feel truly whole. All right. And you'll get to be all that you are instead of just some parts. Okay. Which you really present yourself as this like super happy, innocent, childlike expression. And it's very articulated. It's very, it's very at the forefront. But this has to get looked at. Okay. Okay, this is getting a little bit weirder. So the big ball of a guy, I touch his belly button, and he turns into a big eyeball. Okay, you're so freaking nervous. You're like you have another part of your consciousness that's watching this. Like, no, 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 no. Don't upset my balance. Don't upset my balance. Don't upset my balance. I literally, I bring that part of your consciousness in, and I literally, I just carry you like a baby, and I say it's gonna be okay. I'm not gonna upset your balance, okay? Because I can tell there's like some serious vulnerabilities with it. Um, so let's just see what we can do, okay? We'll just put a little tiny ripple in the pond, but we'll make it so that you feel safe with it, and you can work with it, baby steps. Let's just see though. Let's just see, because even as I say that, the energy that echoes back is even slower than that. Okay, even slower than that. But I want you to be a part of this. So I have this little baby version of you that I'm holding and nurturing. The eyeball is not allowed to speak. It is only allowed to see. And it sees everything. But it isn't able to be set free. It's just a big eyeball. It does find comfort in this forest because nobody else is here but it. It's kind of cut off and lonely, but in a way there's comfort in loneliness. Like, it's safe. Kind of feels like it's safe in the dark. It's not as exposing. I see this eyeball is becoming, it's liquidy, but it's changing. It's not as spherical. It's white. It's pure white with a little black dot in the center. And it is kind of molding and shaping into what could be a body. It's scared. It's scared to be present. It's scared to be seen. It's a female form now, and it looks like the body of an eyeball, like the white of an eye. And it's in the form of a female body. And it has a black pupil in the belly button. It's like, no, 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 don't see me like this. Like, it doesn't want to be seen like this. I just create a mirror and I force it to look at itself. I say we're all here to help each other. I'm starting to experience this whole space as a body. The forest is as well. And the forest is starting to wake up. And because there's so many parts of you that you've kind of separated in order to gain control and balance, this could be a lot to, like, almost like, let's say your house was immaculate and now suddenly it's like a hoarder's house just started to appear everywhere, and it's like, oh my god, how am I gonna deal with this? I can't deal with this. But actually what we're doing is we're cleaning up the mess beneath the surface. Okay. So it might be like a lot, but this is actually great because we want this to come out. We're going to clean it up. We're going to make it pretty because it is going to be cleaned. It is going to be, we're going to accept it the way that it is. We're going to look at it for what it is. And we're going to look at the mess. We don't have to feel overwhelmed by that. We can just let it be what it is. And we'll just start working through it, right? You're really nervous about Pandora's box, but we aren't opening that right now. We're just working on this form, okay? You have some incredible spirit guides, by the way. I don't know how to define them as of yet. But I feel this like empowering, it's very soft to the touch, like fuzz. It's kind of like, it's not like fur. It's more like a carpet that's very short. So I can kind of feel it like soft to the touch, but it's softer than carpet. But whatever it is, like it's like the spirit of your spirit guides. It's like very mastered energies, male and female personas related to balance and what is a balanced human being. So like one of them is like mastered the ability to speak, and another one has mastered I don't know, philosophy, and another one has mastered the balance of emotions, and another one has mastered the divine masculine, another's mastered the divine feminine, and they all work together to be what is a mastered body of energy, which also kind of is a reflection of the spirit of yourself. When you bring it all into balance, it's like each and every one of these individual guides, if they were to come in together as one body, it would be a reflection of yourself in perfect balance. And so that you're working with them to learn how to do this, okay? And they're very comforting energies. I don't know why it has to feel like a weird carpet, but it's nice. For some reason, I feel comforted by it. It's kind of weird, but that's the way it is. This is really bringing a balanced vibration, even like an ohm sound to your heart. There's circulation in your emotional gut, and you feel more true to who you are, more true to yourself, as not somebody who like let's say that like this part of you that is so invigorating and fun, who's sleeping right now, has been transformed into a weird eyeball, this big giant round man transformed into a weird eyeball body woman, in a Pandora's box in a dead old forest, although it's still alive, there's just no leaves. But this is also part of your body, but for some reason I cherish all of you, I cherish all of you. And I find this to be very interesting, and I want to know more about the secrets in these mysterious different places. So as these all mend, you come into a wholeness and a oneness with all that you are. So this has been quite an interesting message. Just so you know, what I've accomplished here, it's almost like the message is asking you to feel safe looking into the depths of yourself, even looking at the things that make you feel vulnerable, emotionally vulnerable, or physically vulnerable, or whatever, because you have the master guides to help you through anything, which is bringing the parts of yourself back and loving who you are wholeheartedly. And if that includes opening the Pandora's box of who you are, which may feel a little bit derailing, it's actually bringing out the derailed parts of you so that you can maybe feel derailed in the process of bringing that into balance. But you have the master guides to help you with this process. So there you go. Wow. Very cool. Thank you so much for this experience. Thank you so much for sharing. For those watching, if any of you are interested in exploring a session with me, please visit me at my website at abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. You can also visit with me on Patreon at patreon.com/abbeynormalswisdomquest. I do mini sessions and 30-minute sessions depending on the tier, and then I'm doing live streaming out there as well. So thank you all, and have a very wonderful rest of your day.